Love is the extremely difficult realization that something other than oneself is real. One of the secrets of a happy life is continuous small treats. I think being a woman is like being Irish. Everyone says you're important and nice, but you take second place all the time. The bicycle is the most civilized conveyance known to man. Other forms of transport grow daily more nightmarish. Only the bicycle remains pure in heart. People have obsessions and fears and passions which they don't admit to. I think every character is interesting and has extremes. It's the novelist privilege to see how odd everyone is. I think I fell in love with you when you were shouting at Romeo and Juliet, "Don't touch each other." Thinking about the misery of the world is a favorite contemporary occupation. And if you can't think, the television set will think for you. White magic is black magic. A less than perfect meddling in the spiritual world can breed monsters for other people, and demons used for good can hang around and make mischief afterwards. Hegel says that truth is a great word and the thing is greater still. With Dave we never seem to get past the word. I took a deep breath, however, and followed my rule of never speaking frankly to women in moments of emotion. No good ever comes of this. Love doesn't think like that. Alright, it's blind as a bat, bats have radar. Yours doesn't seem to be working. Art and psychoanalysis give shape and meaning to life, and that's why we adore them. However, life as it is lived has no shape nor meaning, and that's what I am experiencing right now. It was a piece of thoroughly picturesque and proper violence. I like a violent man, really, a man who's a bit of a brute in a decent straightforward way. When I'm up to something I find it very hard to realize that I probably look no different from the way I look on other occasions. You imagine that to live in a state of extremity is necessarily to discover the truth about yourself. What you discover then is violence and emptiness. And of this you make a virtue. Happy is the civilization which can breed men accustomed from infancy to regard certain at least of the ego's natural activities as unthinkable. How mysterious night and day are, this endless procession off dark and light. I think such sad thoughts, of people in trouble and afraid, all lonely people, all prisoners. God can always show us, if we will, a higher and a better way, and we can only learn to love by loving. Remember that all our failures are ultimately failures in love. Imperfect love must not be condemned and rejected, but made perfect. The way is always forward, never back. A love without reservation ought to be a life force compelling the world into order and beauty. But that love can be so strong and yet so entirely powerless is what breaks the heart. Happiness is a matter of one's most ordinary everyday mode of consciousness being busy and lively and unconcerned with self. To be damned is for one's ordinary everyday mode of consciousness to be unremitting agonizing preoccupation with self.